Before us, we find 5 new tracks with secret leaderboards and plenty of strategies to discover. Welcome back, everybody, to Weekly Shorts. We have the first map of week 64, Track E. And it looked like a tribute to WALL-E. Look at that. Really cute scenery. WALL-E is one of my favorite movies. It is a very, very cute movie. If you guys have only watched it as a kid, highly recommend going back and watching it again. It's a very light-hearted, fun movie. But what about the map? Same shirt as last week. There must have been a mistake. There must have been a mistake. My wardrobe is not so extensive. Every now and then, like I don't buy clothes that often, but when I do, I get like 10 things at once so that I don't have to think about buying clothes for a while. And then I just use those on repeat. So, what do you know? It's a nice green color. However, one problem I've noticed with this shirt is that it kind of blends into my couch. Especially if I turn off my lights. Look, I was recording one video and I forgot to have my lights on. And now, like, I'm disappearing. I'm rapidly disappearing. That's the problem with having bright colors in the background. But it is better than looking like a tortilla, like we had that one time. But yeah, this map looks incredibly simple. There is one thing we can do that I've noticed. There might be boosters as well, because we're seeing arrows of the boosters. But first thing you should know is when you get to a point where you feel like you can't improve, think about gears. We're in 4th gear now. The car is going to shift to 5th in this downhill. And if you stop steering when that happens, you carry more speed. I jumped as well, so it wasn't ideal, but that's something that can gain time. What else? Maybe just full inside line? Is that too crazy? A little bit wide here, but now? Yeah, that's certainly faster. 0.6? I think we can get like 0.5, something like that, without sweating too much. Sharper up there. Drift down the hill. Stop steering for a moment to let the gear shift cleanly. That's a 0.4. It's surprising how much, like, you can just go straight up this hill. Sometimes you have to set up for a turn and everything, but here it's just, yeah, just drive. Just drive. I don't know. Map 5 is fun. It looked really fun on the screenshot. Oh, that's a really good start. Ah, bad turn. Oh, there's a trick here, I think. But it's looking a bit hard. You want to go wide? Well, no, actually, this is it. Okay. What you're trying to do here, guys, is have the back wheels have grip, but the front wheels be in the air. And that way you get a lot of angle for free. Like, the car will angle without slowing down. If you brake, you're going to slow down, but you keep a lot of speed while angling sideways. And the way you do that is by being a bit on the left side of this block. But then the actual, like, entry into downhill is everything. If you can get that thing, it's faster. Like this. So I'm gonna try to get that, and then I'll consider myself policed. Bug slide and final turn possible? I doubt it. It's not that crazy, but the finish is quite far away. And it's not plastic, so... Oh. But can't I... Doesn't this work? Yeah, that looks very good. $34. That's a good time for me to consider myself okay with, I guess. I can improve this a bit further, but let's check out the next map for now. We're a bit late on the watching of the records, but let's take a look. Tomachino with the world record here. Beating Infraliminal on such a precise map. That is impressive. He did a very early left side start. And then, yeah, they are doing this. Like I was talking about. I talked about this briefly when I played the map, but one of the most efficient ways to turn in a downhill is by having one wheel with grip and the other wheels floating. I did this myself when I won a weekly shorts, where this gives you a lot of angle for free while you're still driving at full speed. Something you see a lot on tech, so cool usage of that trick, and otherwise just a very precise run. Very impressive. Drift Island is map 2. And oh my, is this map bright compared to the other one? Do you see how bright this is? This feels illegally bright. Maybe it's just my screen. I really like this environment though, but it is. It's like a flashbang. It reminds me a bit of some other maps we've tried from the new update the last couple of days. But plus. So, on this environment, guys, the most important thing is to dodge penalty grass. The grass is slow, the road is fast. So over here, very important to either jump quite far or wobble across. And I also think you do hit the grass that's mixed into the road over here. Like this, maybe it's only visual. It looks like it could only be visual. I have this thing in the bottom right from dashboard. And it doesn't seem like we're getting any slowdown there on the vehicle state. So then you might be fine to just drive over the second patch. Virtually, you don't have to tell us not to touch grass. I suppose. One guy in YouTube chat said Anna needs to take him shopping. Do not tell her this. It might be her favorite hobby next to chess. If you enable this, this is gonna be very costly. And it's gonna be costly for me. Alright guys, if you have a Twitch Prime, now's the time. I mean, I've just heard rumors that I might be bankrupt in a week from now. Any primes are appreciated. JSP, thank you brother, thank you. There are trying times ahead if I am to be going shopping with Anna. Yo, so many primes, thank you guys. There really is no emergency. I feel bad now for joking about that. .2? I mean, we could probably get a .1. We've been on this one for 5 minutes. Might be time to go next, so I don't get stuck on map 2 like I always do. It's so satisfying here though. Let me tell you guys about like the tricks one time. What I think you should do here is, of course, skip the grass. But then here, if you stop steering for a moment in the uphill, you give the car time to catch grip. Then in this turn, you ideally want to make it without releasing and more left side finish. 100 behind PB, I can still improve. But let's go next. Map number 2, Exosum. This guy doesn't hunt weekly shorts that often, but when he does, his records are basically unbeatable. He did this on the anniversary week, where he got like an insane tech run. Now again on tech, wider setup than Shios and Sky, more speed. Early auto slide and just inside line. I haven't hunted this one much, so I couldn't really tell you how difficult that is. But visually, I think he had about 2 pixels to spare in the last corner. Like left side here close, and this one. Crucial. Crucial. Heravan, one of the biggest MVPs of the weekly shorts. Dropping on the map, it's called Old School Cutting. And I think what he means by that is that instead of driving on the left side, you jump across here. And these kinds of things. Maybe there's a little something going on here. We're actually below. We will see. I mean, I saw the finish here. That one I think it's clear we do. But what about this checkpoint 1 to 2 thing? Is there something going on there as well? Ow. I think the fastest is some type of landing like this. Now, you could go here, but then you don't get speed. Could you go here? Oh, but then you don't get the checkpoint. Hang on though, hang on. You could get the checkpoint, I think. I mean, I feel like it's possible. It is. It is. And then you do this. Okay, that is really cool. I mean, it's like the cuts themselves are quote-unquote simple, but they're still, I think, gonna be really cool for players to discover on their own and try to nail in a run, because by taking this line, you're traveling less distance, but you're sacrificing a ton of speed. So the ending is going to be quite hard. Unless you can... Never mind. The ending is also going to be fine. 13th. Like, it doesn't have to be a reactor, nose bug, 360 bug slide, flight into bug finish clip. It could just be some simple clean jumps. It's still very enjoyable to play. I want to try to get a very left side finish and we'll gain half a second. Even with a bad start, guys, if you enter this finish far left, over there, you're looking at 14.7, 14.6, and then good start 14.5 maybe. Now that was slow. There's a trope in Trackmania that if you get a very bad start, your ending is bound to be perfect. So a start like this, it's basically GG. Yep. You have a theory that you subconsciously send it harder after a bad start, yeah. And you try to save maybe a bit more after a very good start. 0.7 with a direct jump and a terrible start. It happens enough that it's definitely not random why it happens. It's a product of psychology. Wobbly landing. Oh no, I missed the checkpoint. Someone is also definitely gonna get runs here where they barely missed the checkpoint. Continue because they're feeling for it and then missing the finish. Or not having a cap this fast. 7th only? Dude, I was like, this is a crazy run. I didn't really do anything bad. It was just like early landing, got the checkpoint, clean drift, full left side jump, and it's 7th? I am sus, guys, of whatever they've done here. Like, could you argue that drifting this turn is bad and jumping from here is better? Can you ramp cut from the start? Well, that's what I'm kind of doing, no? I'm pretty sure the start is fine. What I was wondering about was full speed here. Uh-oh. Yeah, I might have just done a bad strat. You have to get past that white wall as well. Like that. Tragedy, bro. 1443, you see it behind the menu. I said someone would miss the finish with a fast run because they could. Someone. Basis El Nosaba. Base, I saw you had rank 1 here earlier, or top 5 basically. What? Your El Nosaba carries some weight. Base 3rd. So he is saying El Nosaba with reason to. 0.46, I don't understand how that finished. We're now 5th. Base, what's the beans? Left is faster? What? But this is so convoluted. What? It's reverse psychology. Build a map full of shortcuts, but the normal way is the best. We should soon check out the next map. I'm just getting a little bit carried away with this map. Want one more improvement with the perfect information. Just under that block. It's actually such a well-placed finish because it'll feel very, very rewarding when you get the jump underneath that block. Let's say 3 more attempts, guys, and then I'm done. 2 more attempts. One and a half more attempts. That was such a slow run. 1.5 more still. Ahead of base. It would be sad if we only snipe base and nothing else. Yeah, 1 1/4 left, I think. These are not full 1 attempters, these are pennies. 1 attempt and 12 cents, you feel me? Now we got like 0.7 attempts left. Boom! Don't leave before you win big. Most players quit just before they're about to win big. That was satisfying. Map number 3. Alright, so this one I did hunt, and I am 700th in the world. I was like 3rd last I checked this one. What happened? I did predict 13.9, which did happen. So I did get that right. They're going down the hill in the start. Rodiker by Swift. Clean transition onto the block. Low there, barely touching the checkpoint, and they are jumping direct over the pipes. I don't know how he got so much speed, because I tried that and didn't even get close. I think it was either 2nd place or Tomachino, who we've seen quite a lot of times now, who got into like the window. Oh, they both get the win. No, they didn't get the window below. They were too fast for that as well. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Impressive. I am impressed. Dawn and Mao. And Mao and Mo? Mo. Dawn and Mo. Because we're mowing the grass. Whenever I think of the word mow now, I just think of this reel I saw of a guy cosplaying if Obama was a cow. You guys maybe have seen it. He does this with every animal. Guys, my shorts algorithm is quite normal. Do I have to show it to you guys? This is the one.
Impression of Barack Obama as a cow. Moo. Moo.
It's very good. It's very good.
Meow.
Very random tidbit, but that's what was running through my head when I saw the map name. Anyway, accuracy was quite high. Anyway, map. 5 million views for that. That's almost more views than I've gotten on any video. And he just said no with a little bit of like questioning in his voice. It is quite fascinating to think about how much, not the words you use, but how you say them matter. You can make anything sound like a question if you want to. And it's funny when people pick up on speech patterns like that, and then you could tell it's them even if they're saying moo like a cow. I don't know. You can? Yeah. It's also very annoying to listen to though. There's some people that have this upspeak where they end every sentence on a higher note than they started, and it's not so pleasant. Even funnier when he explains it now, but now I thought this was a great entryway into talking about communication and language and how good some of these people are at presenting. That guy's presentation style is very iconic and complimented. Reactor map, yeah, and we're noticing a couple of tricks already. Like you can definitely skip some grass by bumping here in the first turn. Looks strange, looks slow even, but driving on grass is slower than flying over grass. That much should be apparent from the runs. Here, I don't know if there's a trick for the ending. So I think you only have the start trick and then drive clean. We want to give a little bit of time for map 5 before Troll Cup, so only a few more attempts here. We have speed for the end now. It is actually, okay. I'm seeing something I completely didn't think about. You're fast enough to speed slide the road, so you can chain everything. Now this map makes a lot of sense. So you bump, you go low to the rock, and then once you get to this road here, you speed slide before you enter the uphill. This is a really cool track. It's built by a really good player as well, so it makes sense, but Kuba's cooked here. One of the dip floor mappers. Alright, last try. For now. Damn. Not the best, but that was very good. Okay, huge PB at the end of grinding this one. Nice. 1810. We'll take that. World record probably gonna end up in the 17.8 range. Maybe some reactor tricks. But I liked it. Fourth map, Dawn and Mo. Sobs, reactor player, Vake's, shortcutter, Lavsor, Sid. They're probably all gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna check out, you know, the people with close records to begin with. Dower's releasing a lot, flying here over everything. And now driving on flat ground. Gets passed by Sid on the right side and... Okay. So, knowing that, let's check out Sid. There's like 4 different strats. They drive normal here. So far, so good. Oh, and they hit this rock. Fly through here. He bug slides, gets another reactor. And then drives to the fin. Now, where the hell did Vakes and Sobs come from? And you would think they could combine strats, which maybe is what first place did. He got reactor up. So he was so sideways after the bug slide that he had reactor up to go to the finish. That's neat. And then a 16.7 by Lavsor. All right. Giga Chad beating everybody by 0.6 of a second. What did he do different? Bump in the start, normal line, rock climb, into bug slide. Reactor down though, but kept 5th gear. He went up on the platform early enough that he had 5th gear afterwards. Cool stuff. I mean, yeah. Canyon 08. I feel like I'm walking into a candy store right now. There are so many colors. Oh my. I mean, couldn't they just make this the Cup of the Day map? I'd be happy. Alright, let's think a little bit. So, the snow car has pretty terrible acceleration. You are able to get stadium car with the red boost. I mean, does that just break the entire map then? It's so overpowered. I suppose it doesn't, because there's one thing with the alt cars, and it is that they're very powerful with reactor zoops, with reactor flights. Like we saw a weekly short where Crazy Dude Crook got a 1000 speed bug. So in a single reactor zoop, he got to 1000 speed with the rally car, I believe. And that has to be relevant here. Oh, wicked. The reactor in the hole, yeah. Oh, you have rally car. Yeah. I just said all this and you're right. It was there. What was my leaderboard placement? 145. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Maybe secret finish under the map. But then it would be a very different map, no? Maybe there's a secret finish up here. I doubt it. But like, what? I mean, let me see. I'm like staying on top. So I get it by staying here. Not diving into it, but like, yeah, staying on top. Okay. There we go. Flat. Start the zoops, please. Alright, we got 2 more minutes of attempts, guys. Let's make them count. Happy 1-year Red Bull Faster Finals anniversary. True. It's 1 year ago. It was a great, great event. Oh. Zoop. Zoop, zoop, zoop. I'll take it. 10.5. That is pretty good for now. I suppose you could just improve by getting a quicker exit out of the first thing and then flying down. But we got Troll Cup of the Day to play. I really enjoyed this set of weekly shorts though, so can't wait to see where the 5th final record ends up, but really cool. Very close in the records. It is infraliminal. Gonna be curious to see who wins in overall points too. They go into the reactor, pretty much PF, and fly to the side. Okay, that's a bit nice. The straight finish is slower, but this must have been so brain rot to grind. trying to fly slightly to the left with reactor. Isn't this 2 weeks old? Yes, it is. And that is why I am doing my part now to catch up to speed. So thank you, YouTube, for watching this week of weekly shorts. I'm gonna quickly speedrun into week 65 here to not fall too far behind. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.